Right now, in this very moment, something extraordinary is unfolding in your life. You might not see it yet with your physical eyes, but in the invisible world where all creation begins, your miracle is already taking shape. The universe is conspiring on your behalf, arranging circumstances, moving people, and opening doors that you didn't even know existed. And all of this is happening because God knows the deepest desires of your heart. You see, there's something you need to understand about how this magnificent universe works. Your desires didn't just randomly appear in your heart. They were placed there by the same divine intelligence that creates galaxies, that turns acorns into oak trees, that knows exactly how many beats your heart needs to make today. When you feel that pull towards something greater, when you sense that longing for change, for healing, for abundance, for love, that's not just wishful thinking. That's the universe speaking to you through your own yearning. Many of you have been waiting for so long. You've been patient. You've been praying. You've been working hard and doing everything you know how to do, and yet the breakthrough hasn't come. You're starting to wonder if it ever will. You're beginning to question whether you're worthy, whether you deserve what you're asking for, whether maybe you should just settle for less than what your heart truly wants. But here's what I need you to understand. The delay is not a denial. The waiting period is not punishment. It's preparation. Think about how nature works. Before the apple appears on the tree, there's a whole process happening that you cannot see. The roots are drawing nutrients from the soil. The trunk is strengthening. The branches are extending. The tree is photosynthesizing sunlight into energy. All of this invisible work is absolutely necessary before that fruit can manifest. And nobody stands in front of an apple tree in March, shaking their fist at it, demanding to know why there aren't any apples yet. We understand that there's a season for everything, a timing that's perfect and natural. Your life works the same way. While you've been waiting, while you've been in what seems like a dormant period, incredible things have been happening beneath the surface. You've been growing stronger. You've been developing qualities you didn't have before: patience, faith, resilience, compassion. You've been becoming the person who's ready to receive the miracle that's coming. Because here's the truth that most people miss. If you had received what you wanted when you first wanted it, you might not have been ready for it. You might not have had the wisdom to handle it, the maturity to sustain it, the character to appreciate it. God has perfect timing. The universe has perfect timing. And right now, at this very moment, everything is aligning for you. The people you need to meet are being moved into position. The opportunities that will change everything are being prepared. The healing you've been praying for is already on its way. The abundance you've been seeking is flowing toward you like a river that's been building upstream, getting ready to rush into your life with a force that will sweep away every obstacle. But here's what you must do. You must align yourself with this incoming miracle. You cannot be vibrating at the frequency of doubt and expect to receive what requires faith. You cannot be resonating with lack and limitation and expect abundance to find you. You cannot be holding on to bitterness and resentment and expect love to flow freely into your life. The universe responds to the energy you're putting out. It's like a mirror reflecting back to you exactly what you're broadcasting. So many people sabotage their own miracles by the way they think and speak. They say things like, "Nothing ever works out for me. I never get a break. I'm just unlucky. Good things happen to other people, but not to me." And every time they speak those words, they're sending out an order to the universe. They're literally instructing creative intelligence to give them more experiences of lack, more situations where things don't work out, more evidence to support their belief that they're unlucky. But you can change this right now. You can shift your entire reality by shifting your thoughts. You can start speaking words of faith instead of words of fear. You can begin to see yourself as blessed instead of cursed, as chosen instead of forgotten, as worthy instead of inadequate. And when you make this shift, when you truly align your inner world with the miracle you're seeking, the outer world has no choice but to rearrange itself to match. Let me tell you something powerful. God didn't create you to struggle endlessly. The universe didn't bring you into existence just so you could barely survive, just so you could scrape by, just so you could live in constant worry and fear. You were created to thrive. You were created to experience joy, abundance, love, peace, and fulfillment. These things are your birthright. They're not reserved for special people or lucky people or people who somehow deserve them more than you do. They're available to everyone who opens themselves to receive. And here's what opening yourself to receive really means. It means letting go of the need to control exactly how and when your miracle arrives. It means releasing your grip on one specific outcome and trusting that what comes to you will be even better than what you imagined. It means surrendering your small plans to make room for the universe's much bigger, much more magnificent plans for you. So many times we block our blessings because we're so attached to having things happen in one particular way. We decide that our miracle must look like this specific job, this particular relationship, this exact amount of money, this precise solution to our problem. And we become so fixated on our limited vision that we miss the miracle that's trying to come to us in a different form, often a better form than we could have designed ourselves. Think about it. How many times have you looked back on your life and realized that not getting what you wanted turned out to be a blessing? That closed door led you to an open door that was so much better. That rejection protected you from a situation that would have been wrong for you. That delay positioned you perfectly for an opportunity that wouldn't have been available if things had happened on your timeline. The intelligence that orchestrates this entire universe knows what it's doing. It knows what you need better than you know yourself. It sees the whole picture while you can only see this one moment. It understands the ripple effects of every event, the connections between all things, the perfect timing of every occurrence. And it's working everything out for your highest good, even when you can't see how, even when it doesn't make sense to your logical mind. Your job is not to figure out how the miracle will happen. Your job is not to make the miracle happen through force and struggle and exhausting effort. Your job is to stay aligned with the miracle through your thoughts, your words, your beliefs, and your actions. Your job is to keep the faith, to maintain the vision, to hold the feeling of what you desire as if it's already yours. This is what living by faith really means. It doesn't mean sitting around doing nothing, waiting for something to fall from the sky. It means taking inspired action while trusting the process. It means doing your part while knowing that there's a much greater power doing its part too. It means planting seeds while trusting the soil, the sun, the rain, and the mystery of growth to bring forth the harvest. And here's something beautiful. The moment you truly surrender, the moment you really let go and trust, that's when things start to move. That's when the universe can finally deliver what it's been trying to give you all along. Because as long as you're gripping tightly, controlling, forcing, and struggling, you're blocking the flow. You're like someone standing with their fists clenched tight, demanding to receive, not realizing that you can't receive anything with closed hands. You have to open your hands. You have to open your heart. You have to open your mind to possibilities you haven't considered. Right now, there are miracles all around you that you're not seeing because you're looking for something else. There are blessings trying to reach you that you're not receiving because you're closed off to anything that doesn't match your predetermined idea of how things should be. But what if you opened yourself up? What if you started noticing the small miracles, the little synchronicities, the tiny signs that the universe is responding to you? When you begin to acknowledge and appreciate the small miracles, you create space for bigger ones. When you say thank you for what you already have, you signal to the universe that you're ready for more. Gratitude is like a magnet that attracts more things to be grateful for. It's the secret key that unlocks the door to abundance. So many people are waiting to be grateful. They're thinking, I'll be thankful when I get the thing I want. I'll praise God when the miracle happens. I'll celebrate when the breakthrough comes. But that's backwards. You must be grateful now, in advance, before you see any evidence. You must thank the universe for the miracle that's already on its way, even though you can't see it yet. You must celebrate the victory before the battle is won. This isn't fake positivity or pretending everything is fine when it's not. This is understanding a fundamental law of the universe. What you appreciate appreciates. What you focus on expands. What you give energy to grows. When you give energy to lack, you create more lack. When you give energy to abundance, even if it's just the abundance of air in your lungs, sunlight on your face, or love in your heart, you create more abundance. Everything is energy, and energy flows where attention goes. If you want different results in your life, you must give your attention to different things. You must stop rehearsing your problems and start envisioning your solutions. You must stop telling the story of what went wrong and start telling the story of what's going right. You must stop identifying with your past and start identifying with your future. Who you were yesterday doesn't have to be who you are today. The mistakes you made don't define you. The failures you experienced don't determine your worth. The pain you've been through doesn't dictate your future. You are not your circumstances. You are not your bank account. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your past. You are an infinite spiritual being having a temporary human experience, and within you is the same creative power that brings worlds into existence. Let that sink in for a moment. The same force that created everything you see, that maintains the orbits of planets, that grows babies from microscopic cells, that heals wounds, that springs forth forests from tiny seeds. That same force lives in you. It breathes through you, it beats your heart, it grows your hair, it digests your food. It's doing 10,000 things right now in your body that you're not even aware of, that you couldn't do consciously if you tried. And this force, this intelligence, this power, it knows your desires. It knows what you need before you ask. It understands your heart better than you understand it yourself, and it wants to give you what you want. Not because you've earned it, not because you've been perfect, not because you deserve it more than anyone else, but simply because giving is its nature. Expansion is the nature of the universe. Growth is what life does. And you, as part of this living universe, are meant to expand, grow, and receive. But here's where most people get stuck. They believe they have to earn it. They believe they have to be worthy first. They carry around this deep-seated feeling that they're not good enough, that they haven't done enough, that they're somehow flawed or broken or undeserving. And this belief becomes a wall between them and their miracles. Listen carefully. You don't have to earn love. You don't have to earn your place on this planet. You don't have to prove your worth. You were born worthy. Your worthiness was established the moment you came into being. You are a unique expression of the divine, and there will never be another you in all of eternity. You are irreplaceable. You are valuable. You are enough, exactly as you are right now. Does that mean you shouldn't grow or improve? Of course not. Growth is beautiful, evolution is natural, but you don't grow in order to become worthy. You grow because you already are worthy, and growth is the joyful expression of that worthiness. You don't change yourself because you're broken. You expand yourself because expansion is what conscious beings do. And here's the miracle within the miracle. The moment you truly accept yourself, the moment you stop fighting against who you are, the moment you embrace yourself with all your imperfections and flaws and quirks, that's when real transformation becomes possible. Because you can't heal what you're at war with. You can't improve what you hate. You can't transform through self-rejection. You can only change through self-acceptance and love. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly by hating itself for being a caterpillar. It becomes a butterfly by following its nature, by surrendering to the process, by trusting the transformation that's encoded in its very being, and you are the same. Everything you need to become who you're meant to be is already inside you. The blueprint is there, the potential is there, the power is there. You just need to stop resisting and allow it to unfold. Your miracle is coming not because you finally got everything right, not because you achieved perfection, not because you checked all the boxes and followed all the rules. Your miracle is coming because it's time, because you've been prepared, because the universe is ready to reveal the next chapter of your story, because God has heard every prayer, seen every tear, and felt every struggle, and the answer is already in motion. But you must receive it with an open heart. You must be willing to let it come in whatever form it takes. You must trust that what arrives is exactly what you need, even if it doesn't look like what you thought you wanted. You must have faith that every twist and turn, every seeming setback, every delay has been part of a perfect plan that's bringing you to exactly where you need to be. Stop struggling, stop forcing, stop trying to make things happen through sheer willpower and anxiety. Instead, relax into the flow of life. Trust the current. Know that you're being carried toward your highest good. Do what you can do, take the actions that feel right, follow your intuition, and then release the outcome. Let the universe handle the details. Let God work out the how and the when. Your only real job is to stay in alignment. And you stay in alignment by monitoring your thoughts and feelings. When you notice yourself spiraling into worry, gently bring yourself back to faith. When you catch yourself speaking words of lack, shift to words of abundance. When you feel fear rising up, breathe into it and choose peace. When doubt whispers that it's taking too long, remind yourself that perfect timing is at work. This is a practice, not a one-time achievement. You don't just decide to have faith once and then you're done. You choose faith again and again, moment by moment, thought by thought, word by word. You practice trusting when your circumstances say you shouldn't. You practice believing when the evidence isn't there yet. You practice staying positive when everything looks negative. This is how you build your spiritual muscles. This is how you become a master of your inner world. And when you master your inner world, your outer world must change. It's law, it's physics, it's the way reality works. The external is always a reflection of the internal. What you hold in consciousness must manifest in form. What you believe becomes your experience. What you expect is what you get. So what are you expecting? Are you expecting struggle and hardship and disappointment, or are you expecting miracles and blessings and breakthroughs? Are you looking for evidence of what's wrong, or are you looking for evidence of what's working? Are you focusing on the problem, or are you focusing on the solution? Your attention is creative. Where you place it matters enormously. If you focus on sickness, you create more sickness in your experience. If you focus on health, you activate healing in your body. If you focus on debt, you perpetuate financial struggle. If you focus on prosperity, you open the channels for abundance to flow. If you focus on what you don't have, you create more absence. If you focus on what you do have, even if it's little, you create more presence, more fullness, more plenty. This isn't about denying reality or pretending problems don't exist. It's about choosing which reality you're going to energize. Yes, there might be a problem, but there's also a solution. Yes, there might be a challenge, but there's also an opportunity. Yes, there might be darkness, but there's also light. What you focus on grows. Choose wisely. And understand this. The miracle that's coming to you might not solve every problem in your life. It might not make everything perfect. But it will be exactly what you need for this moment, for this stage of your development, for this chapter of your story. It will be the key that unlocks the next door. It will be the answer that leads to the next question. It will be the blessing that prepares you for the next level. Life is not about reaching some final destination where everything is perfect and you never have challenges again. Life is about growth, evolution, expansion, and becoming more of who you truly are. Every challenge is an invitation to grow. Every problem is an opportunity to develop new strengths. Every difficulty is a chance to deepen your faith and trust. So don't wish for a life without challenges. That would be a life without growth. Instead, wish for the strength to meet every challenge. Pray for the wisdom to see the opportunity in every obstacle. Ask for the faith to trust that everything is working out for your highest good, even when you can't see how. And know this, with every fiber of your being, you are not alone. You have never been alone. Even in your darkest moments, even when you felt completely isolated and forgotten, there was a presence with you. The universe was holding you, God was carrying you, angels were surrounding you, and all of creation was conspiring on your behalf, arranging the miracle that's about to unfold. This miracle might come suddenly, like a lightning bolt that illuminates everything in an instant. Or it might come gradually, like the dawn that slowly brightens the sky until you realize the darkness has completely lifted. It might be loud and obvious, or it might be quiet and subtle. It might be exactly what you prayed for, or it might be something you never thought to ask for, but that turns out to be exactly what you needed. However it comes, whenever it comes, be ready to receive it. Keep your heart open. Keep your mind flexible. Keep your spirit expectant. Live in a state of readiness, of anticipation, of joyful expectation. Know that good things are coming. Know that blessings are on the way. Know that your breakthrough is closer than you think. And while you're waiting, while you're in this in-between space where you've asked but haven't received yet, where you've planted but haven't harvested yet, where you've knocked but the door hasn't opened yet, don't waste this precious time. Use it to become who you need to be. Use it to heal old wounds. Use it to release old patterns. Use it to forgive old hurts. Use it to clear out the clutter in your mind, your heart, and your life. Make space for the miracle. If you want new things to come into your life, you often have to let go of old things. If you want new relationships, you might need to release toxic connections. If you want abundance, you might need to clear out the hoarding mentality that comes from scarcity thinking. If you want peace, you might need to let go of the need to control everything. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is making room. It's creating a vacuum that the universe will rush to fill with something better. Nature abhors a vacuum. When you create empty space in your life, it will be filled. The question is, what will fill it? If you let go with bitterness and resentment, you'll attract more of the same. But if you let go with gratitude and trust, you'll attract blessings beyond your imagination. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools for clearing space. When you hold on to unforgiveness, you're tying up enormous amounts of energy. You're carrying a weight that exhausts you and blocks your good. But when you forgive, you set yourself free. You release that energy to be used for creating the life you want. You open yourself to receive the love and abundance that's trying to reach you. Forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was okay. It doesn't mean you condone the behavior or that there shouldn't be consequences. It means you're no longer willing to let the past poison your present and your future. It means you're choosing your peace over your pain. It means you're trusting that the universe will handle justice while you focus on joy. And don't forget to forgive yourself. So many people are carrying crushing guilt and shame about their past mistakes. They're punishing themselves endlessly for things that happened years ago, things they would have forgiven anyone else for long ago. But they hold themselves to impossible standards, and they refuse to let themselves off the hook. If this is you, it's time to let it go. You did the best you could with the awareness you had at the time. You've learned from your mistakes. You've grown. You're not the same person you were back then. And continuing to punish yourself serves no good purpose. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't make the world better. It just keeps you stuck in a prison of your own making. Set yourself free. Forgive yourself completely. Accept yourself fully. Love yourself unconditionally. This isn't selfish or narcissistic. This is necessary. Because you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot love others well if you don't love yourself. You cannot treat others with compassion if you treat yourself with cruelty. You cannot be a channel for blessings if you're blocked up with self-hatred. The miracle that's coming to you needs a clear channel to flow through. It needs a willing receiver. It needs someone who believes they deserve good things, someone who can accept blessings without guilt, someone who can hold abundance without sabotaging it. So, do the inner work. Clean out the mental and emotional closets. Release the old stories that no longer serve you. Let go of the limiting beliefs that keep you small. Dissolve the fears that hold you back. And as you do this work, as you clear away the debris, you'll feel lighter. You'll feel freer. You'll feel more like yourself, your true self, the unlimited being that you really are. And from this place of clarity and alignment, you'll begin to notice things shifting. Opportunities will appear that weren't there before. People will show up at exactly the right time with exactly what you need. Doors will open that were previously locked. Solutions will present themselves to problems that seemed unsolvable. Synchronicities will multiply until you can't help but notice that something bigger is at work. These are the signs. These are the signals that your miracle is near. Don't dismiss them as coincidences. Don't rationalize them away. Acknowledge them. Appreciate them. Thank the universe for the confirmation. And keep moving forward with confidence, knowing that you're on the right path, that you're being guided, that you're being supported. The universe is always speaking to you, always sending messages, always guiding you toward your highest good. But you have to be paying attention. You have to be present. You have to be open to receiving communication in forms you might not expect. Maybe it comes through a song on the radio that has the exact message you need to hear. Maybe it comes through a conversation with a stranger who says something that strikes your heart. Maybe it comes through a book that falls off the shelf, a number pattern you keep seeing, or a feeling in your gut that won't go away. Trust your intuition. It's the voice of your higher self, the part of you that's connected to infinite intelligence. When something feels right, even if it doesn't make logical sense, trust it. When you get a sudden urge to call someone or go somewhere or try something new, follow it. These impulses are often the universe's way of positioning you for your miracle. But also be patient with the process. Don't expect everything to happen overnight. The greatest things in life usually require time to develop. A baby takes 9 months to grow. A tree takes years to mature. A diamond takes millions of years to form. Your miracle is being crafted with care, shaped with precision, timed with perfect accuracy. Trust the timing even when it frustrates you. Trust the process even when you don't understand it. Trust the universe even when circumstances seem to contradict what you believe. This is what faith is. Not believing when you have proof, but believing before you have proof. Not trusting when everything is going well, but trusting especially when everything seems to be falling apart. Sometimes things have to fall apart so they can come back together in a better way. Sometimes what looks like an ending is really a beginning. Sometimes what feels like failure is actually redirection towards something better. Sometimes the worst thing that ever happened to you becomes the best thing that ever happened to you when you look back on it later. So don't judge your current circumstances too harshly. Don't assume that because things are difficult right now, they'll always be difficult. Don't believe that because you can't see the solution, there isn't one. The darkest hour is just before dawn. The greatest breakthroughs often come right after the moments when you want to give up. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep trusting. Keep showing up. Keep doing your part. Keep holding the vision. Keep speaking words of faith. Keep acting as if your miracle is already on the way. Because it is. It absolutely is. Even if you can't see it yet, even if there's no evidence yet, even if everyone around you says it's impossible, your miracle is in motion. God knows your heart's desires, and God is faithful. The universe is abundant, and the universe provides. Your higher self is guiding you, and your path is unfolding exactly as it should. Everything is happening for you, not to you. Everything is working together for your good. Everything is bringing you closer to the life you're meant to live. And when your miracle arrives, when that sudden breakthrough happens, when the thing you've been waiting for finally manifests, you'll look back on this time of waiting and you'll understand why it took as long as it did. You'll see how every delay was actually divine timing. You'll recognize how every disappointment was actually protection. You'll realize how every no was leading you to a better yes. You'll see that you weren't being forgotten or punished or tested beyond your limits. You were being prepared, refined, strengthened, and positioned for something greater than you imagined. You were being transformed into the person who could receive and handle the blessing that was always meant for you. So hold on, stay strong, keep the faith. Your miracle is coming. It's closer than you think. It's bigger than you imagine. It's better than you can conceive. And when it arrives, you'll know without a doubt that you were never alone, never forgotten, never abandoned. You'll know that every prayer was heard, every tear was seen, every struggle was witnessed, and every moment of faith was building toward this manifestation. The wait is almost over. The breakthrough is near. The miracle is at hand. Get ready to receive it with gratitude, with joy, with open arms and an open heart. Get ready for your life to change in beautiful ways. Get ready to step into the abundance, the love, the peace, the healing, the success that has always been your birthright. Your time is coming. Actually, your time is now. The miracle is already in motion. The universe is already responding. God is already moving. And nothing can stop what's meant for you. Absolutely nothing. So rest in that knowing. Relax in that certainty. Rejoice in that truth. Your miracle is on the way, and it's going to be more wonderful than you ever dreamed possible.